What a game we just witnessed. The Minnesota Timberwolves fought with everything they had against the Oklahoma City Thunder, but in the end, they came up just short in a thrilling contest. From standout performances to clutch shots, we're breaking it all down. So if you love in-depth game breakdowns and the latest NBA updates, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's get into it.
Shai on the step-back shot. That's a tough one. Not a problem for him either as he rips the cards from deep. Minnesota was undrafted coming out of college. Two-way player. What a drive. SGA slicing right through that.
The Minnesota Timberwolves pulled off a stunning 131-128 overtime victory against the Oklahoma City Thunder at Paycom Center, overcoming a massive 25-point deficit in the process. This wasn't just any regular season game. This was playoff intensity in February, featuring star performances, clutch moments, and the kind of resilience that defines championship-caliber teams. Today, we're diving deep into how this remarkable comeback happened, who stepped up when it mattered most, and what this means for both squads moving forward.
Two-way player, what a drive, SGA slicing right through that Minnesota defense.
That's hard to do. Yeah, he also uses it offensively.
The individual battle between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Timberwolves' collective effort was the defining storyline of this contest. SGA was absolutely unstoppable, pouring in 39 points on efficient 55% shooting while adding 10 rebounds and 8 assists in 42 minutes of action. His ability to get to the free throw line was particularly devastating as he converted 14 of 17 attempts, constantly putting pressure on Minnesota's defense.
Having to as SGA is going to get the and one.
Meanwhile, the Timberwolves countered with a balanced attack led by Jaden McDaniels, who delivered a spectacular 27-point performance on 56.3% shooting. What made McDaniels' night special was his perfect 9-for-9 performance from the free throw line and his two-way contribution with 10 rebounds and 2 steals. Unlike SGA, who carried the Thunder's offensive burden almost single-handedly, the Wolves had 5 players score in double figures, showcasing their depth and versatility. The game was ultimately decided by the remarkable performance of Minnesota's bench, which outscored Oklahoma City's reserves by a significant margin. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was the catalyst, contributing 21 points on an efficient 58.3% shooting, along with a game-changing plus 23+ sheer minus, the highest of any player in the contest. His ability to create his own shot and defend multiple positions.
Alexander Walker, that's the spot where he did a lot of damage last night. Heavy pressure Dillingham. Snaps it cross court. Shannon, that time was able to get around.
Rookie Terrence Shannon Jr. had a breakout performance with 17 points and a scorching 70% shooting efficiency, adding 10 rebounds and 2 blocks in 29 minutes. His athleticism and fearlessness on both ends provided a spark that helped fuel the comeback. Rob Dillingham also made his presence felt with 12 points and 5 assists, showing poise beyond his years in clutch moments. Together, these 3 bench players combined for 50 points, showcasing Minnesota's depth advantage over a Thunder team that relied heavily on its starters. If you're enjoying this breakdown of one of the season's most thrilling games, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. You'll get notified about all our future NBA game analyses, player breakdowns, and exclusive content that goes beyond the box score.
Who you play with?
The comeback began taking shape in the third quarter when the Wolves' defense finally found answers for SGA and Jalen Williams. After surrendering a 25-point lead, Minnesota locked in defensively, forcing Oklahoma City into tougher shots and creating transition opportunities. The Thunder shot just 42.5% for the game, compared to Minnesota's more efficient 45.4%. with the defensive intensity ramping up as the game progressed. The key adjustment was the Timberwolves' decision to attack the paint relentlessly, leading to 39 free throw attempts, converting 34 for an excellent 87.2%. This aggressive approach put Thunder defenders in foul trouble, with Cason Wallace accumulating 6 personal fouls and SGA picking up 5. The free throw disparity, Minnesota attempted 10 more than Oklahoma City, proved decisive in a game decided by just 3 points.
Ball fake inside.
Beyond the headliners, several under-the-radar performances shaped this instant classic. For Minnesota, Naz Reid played a massive 40 minutes at center, contributing 22 points and 11 rebounds. Though his shooting efficiency wasn't ideal, 7 of 21, his floor spacing and rebounding were crucial, especially with his +3 ± indicating positive impact. Anthony Edwards struggled with his shot, 5 of 15 for 17 points, but still managed to impact the game with 13 rebounds and 8 assists. His willingness to contribute in other areas when his scoring touch abandoned him shows his growth as a complete player. For Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins provided efficient scoring off the bench with 19 points on 50% shooting, while Isaiah Joe hit 3 three-pointers and recorded 3 steals in limited minutes. Isaiah Hartenstein's +13 in just 15 minutes suggests the Thunder might have benefited from playing him more extensively.
Minnesota going into the zone!
Critical stats that decided the game. The rebounding battle told much of the story, with Minnesota dominating the boards 54-53, including a significant edge in defensive rebounds, 43-37. This control of the glass limited Oklahoma City's second chance opportunities and allowed the Wolves to control tempo during their comeback. Three-point shooting efficiency also played a major role. While Oklahoma City attempted more threes, 49 compared to Minnesota's 32, the quality of attempts favored the Wolves. Key contributors like Alexander Walker and Mike Conley shot 50% from deep, while Isaiah Joe was the only Thunder player to match that efficiency with multiple attempts. Turnover management proved crucial in a tight contest. Despite Anthony Edwards' 4 turnovers, Minnesota committed just 13 as a team compared to Oklahoma City's 11. In a game where every possession mattered, especially during the comeback and overtime periods, this relatively clean execution helped the Wolves complete their run. This epic comeback victory showcases why the Minnesota Timberwolves remain a legitimate title contender. Their depth, resilience, and ability to win even when their superstar isn't at his best. While Oklahoma City received a historic performance from SGA and strong support from Jalen Williams, their over-reliance on star power ultimately proved insufficient against Minnesota's balanced attack. For the Thunder, this painful loss offers valuable lessons about protecting leads and managing rotations in high-pressure situations. For Minnesota, it reinforces their identity as a team that can never be counted out, regardless of the deficit they face. Games like this, featuring 2 of the Western Conference's elite teams battling into overtime with spectacular individual performances and team execution, are exactly why the NBA remains the most exciting league in sports. As both teams look ahead to potential playoff matchups, this thriller at Paycom Center might just be a preview of a Western Conference playoff series that basketball fans everywhere would love to see.
Floats and scores.